How's it going, everybody? Kyther here, and welcome back to Satisfactory. We unfortunately are not in the new update just yet, as it is in an experimental build, but more importantly, we are in a non-functioning base at the moment. The only thing that is technically working is these beams, because they haven't filled up over there yet, although the top ones has, but the one that I left down the bottom, it is still working away. We had a small storage container under this one that was completely empty, so I've removed it. These storage containers may potentially be moved at some point today. I will just sort of automatically do it how I did with those, just having them store-ish elsewhere. Worth of note, because these are double the size of that. The normal size ones. We've got 17 storage, well, actually 16, so I got rid of one. 16 full storage things here. There's a lot of things. But anyway, we're going to try jump straight into it today. That became very handy. This has been moved back down here because that makes more sense. So last time we built up, well, I built up a mini factory there to make the iron plates that goes into an assembler, it's on the other side of that, up there to build not these, but the modular frames. And we've got 4 coming in a minute, I believe. So, turns out still between these two, because this one requires 5, this one's requiring 8. I think it still works out that this one is better. So we're going to have one of these. So I'm going to try and set this up as quick as possible. So we're going to get the encased beams and some concrete to start off with. Steel pipes I'm not going to worry about because there is an endless amount of supply there. Not sure. I might be doing it on this giant platform here, but we're going to go up. And as I said, we're going to have this bottom floor mainly be the drop-off point, basically these things, for the most part. And doing that just so we can have the heavy modular frames being produced, because I haven't gotten around to doing that at all. And as I've mentioned in the past, I watch people, and we need plenty of these, as well as eventually the time computers, for getting more of the things. So I think at first I'm gonna get a platform above this. But before I get too far into it, we've run into, not necessarily a problem, but just more of an interesting conundrum. That's technically still a problem. My normal floor height is going up 3 walls and then placing the floor at the top of the 3rd one. However, when doing that, it means that when there's a floor with a manufacturer on it, it doesn't fit because of the... pushing all the wrong buttons, going the wrong way, because this little itty bitty thing is cut off, which astonishes me because these things have theirs get cut off and they're fine to fit, so the hitbox on this must be just a little bit bigger. So the fix has to be that wherever we put these, we need to go up four walls, which is kind of obvious. And if we were to have this one isn't. So this is the highest floor we can... Ooh, I missed it because I wasn't really doing it properly. But this is the highest height we can go up with a single jump pad. The same height as this one. But if we were to have... So that's going up by 4. This one's up by 3. And that would be a 4th floor there. So the only way we can get around having these in sort of the construction building is to have every 2nd floor, if they needed to be higher. Like I can only have these on every 2nd floor. So yeah, I just got to work out where I want things and what floor I want things on. Alright, so I think it's time we actually hook up this bare bones factory, even though I need to at some point expand it so it's twice the size of this. I have the power hooked up to both of those. I believe they're both turned on. I wanted to turn everything on at once. Now we should technically have very little using our power apparently. So it just disconnected it. Let's connect it back up. Those should start whirring. Capacity is through the roof. The other reason we want the modular frames, not the modular frames, the heavy modular frames, is in the power. That's what these use. So the more I get these, the more fuel we can make, the more we can best get rid of that power source. In comes the copper, and the iron should be following suit. Yep, it's beautiful. It'll all be split up doing the thing, although I still haven't turned these on. None of these have power. Alright, so let's try this again. Yep, everything's got power. These are going to be probably stuck on 4 forever. Or 5. What do you do? How about you? Doing good. The only issue is I may have 30. Well, that's a 60. No, we're good. I feel like I might have missed one of the lines up here, but I could be wrong. Converting them over. 15. Now we're good. We're good. We just gotta get to the top, which I should go this way instead of trying to jump up the thing. And we can see if it ends up working. So here we go. We're about to have both of these start making the iron plates, which is beautiful. The only issue is I don't know whether I have more wire coming in or it's just that the copper started earlier. Well, this gets maxed up to the 500. But I don't... I'm gonna have to watch it, but I don't think the iron plates are coming in fast enough. I think I might have goofed up something somewhere. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not quick enough. Oh boy, what have I done? He's not connected. He's not been connected. That's my issue. Connect that boy out. There we go. That was the issue. I somehow missed this one. Alright, well. You're probably gonna forever be stuck at that amount then. Would be my guess. Yeah, because this one will be moving it. Ooh. Wow. There's an easy way to fix that. We just shut this guy off. We fix it. But we don't really need to. That looks so much better. And that also looks a lot better. A lot more iron coming in the doubles instead of them being like super spaced out. So that's all fixed. And you would have just made 3 of these, which you will also be making 3. They're gonna not converge at the same time, which is fine. But then they all right along down the road over there. Also just worked out, I'm actually producing more copper than I need. That's why up the top is so overrun. I only need 2 of these, so good to know I don't need another copper node when we expand this. I just have to use that other iron node or amp that one up more. And now our reinforced plates are backing up over here because I don't have this turned on. Let's get the rods up here, shall we? And since I don't need all the power, all the iron to be connected and on at the moment, I've disconnected the first 2 drilling machines, and we'll just have this one running at his 120 ores a minute. He's gonna start digging. Iron's gonna come out, splits into there. I realized there was no wall on that side. And we just need to connect the power at the very end here. I just forgot that the outie was connected separately. Ignore the jumping. Just go on the outside. Grab our power. Hook those up. So it doesn't matter that all of those are going to turn on. They're not going to end up using the power because there's no ore going into them. But my word, all of those just went cuckoosh at once. out comes the flow of just a constant iron. Look, I have a different belt there, but no, it was just the way it was. Again, talking about that splitter will eventually probably end up disappearing. Very smoky up here. And in all these go. This should be connected. Yep. Oh, they're yellow, not red. And we're producing the rods once again. Again, I only need 2 of these. And the rest are going into the storage, so this is going to back up very quickly. Very, very quickly. And up the rods go. And if we give this the power, these will all now just flow into here. And when the rods, as they just bend around the corner there, make their way in, we will begin to make oil. Not all, but some of the modular frames. And just like that, we're producing them again. And the thing that I initially left off was building that floor. Jump down here. We have the first floor above. And then this floor here will be having our first, I'm not going to make that jump, will be our first manufacturer. I've also left space along the front here of this first floor for all of the unloading truck machines to go, whether they go in that direction or face sideways. Not entirely sure yet, but I've left hopefully enough room for at least 4 trucks to begin with. And then this floor here will be just for minor smelting things. And we can jump up where those frames will come down here. Now one, actually, I think that'll be too steep for them to come down. That's the problem. Well, too steep to go down there, but I can at least still go on that floor. Even if I needed to, I could go up 1 higher. So we're actually fine. So I'm back in my little, I suppose, space of thinking, square of thinking. I did a smelter here now too. But to continue the heavy modular frame, now I only need 2 more things, concrete and the steel beams. So encased industrial beams are made with the 2 of them. And I've made the decision to, well, we're just going to set things up. Oh, wow, laggy things happening. Okay, there could have been an autosave, not too sure. But decided, so I've set that up to be mining at the correct, I suppose, frequency, amount, speed, there we go. So it's 270 a second. I've just gone through and somewhat organized, worked out some of the numbers that we need. Whether they're fully perfect or not, not matter worrying me at the moment, because I just need things being made. I shut off 2 of the also copper furnaces up there, so that's working a bit better. Excuse me. So we're gonna adjust the copper, but first we're gonna go over this way and fix up the steelworks. And by fix it up, I mean completely redo everything here so it only does the smelting of the steel ingots. I think it'll be better for this to be just a steel factory in that regard. And hey, look, it's finished. And not make the steel beams and the pipes, which, well, technically it's not making any because it's all finished. So a complete revamp is in order. The first is we're cutting off the power to the machine so only the loading bays will work. Which I might do a split. I just need to get all of this out of here, and because I don't like deleting things, we're not going to be doing that. I think we'll just maneuver stuff in there as well. So step 1, all of the buildings that I no longer need are gone. And if I have it correct, I actually only need to make 1 more of these guys. So hopefully in one of the previous clips I used the correct one, otherwise I'm going to sound like a fool. but I only needed one extra machine, whether or not I mentioned that before or not, depends on how the clip recording went, but very similar to how the setup was last time. It's actually very similar, I think, which is annoying in a way. We have the 240 coming in, splits into the 220, that splits it out into 60, into 30, so in short, 15 will go up into the fueling station, and then this will merge back in to make one line of 45. And then with this merge and split, we have two lines of 90, which we can split to two lines of 45. The steel ingots still have 45 coal. So the coal will be absolutely perfectly done. The iron, not so much. It'll just be roughly dodgily split, I think. I've got to say, these power poles were made to fit. So, oh, I need one more over on this side that's in line with everything else, just so they look nice, and I will connect to those off of the camera. So here is the aftermath of everything. I decided to still split up the iron. It's easy enough. We just have 60 going into the first one. So it's kind of going to be a bit of an overflow system, but the rest of it is same setup as over there. Joining it in, splitting it in half again, so we're all good there. There's a bit of chaos back here, but it looks alright. I originally had the coal down the bottom. I was going to have the iron going over the top, but I had that with the first one and it looked kind of ugly, and this kind of just works better. But that is about as steep as you can get these connections as well. So I'm going to continue hooking up the power to all of these. And we're good. I thought I was running low on things. Do. We connected? Yeah. Last one. There we go. I'm getting myself stuck. I've also made it so I can't even walk through these anymore. That was the whole point of that. And with the final connection, that will be all of this going in here, made from them. That's all the stuff that I had here in the two boxes. Some of it is in the tractor. Didn't realize where he was. But yes, now it has flattened this out. The only issue will be that if in the future we require more, which we will, I guess they're gonna have to maybe just tear it up. Or the back, or like this part of it here will have to be torn up. There's still a bit of space to put some of these facing out that way. They will probably get built back. I'm not sure, but it is looking good. So let's hook it up, get this online. That's already working. And we just have to connect to these as well, which I'll probably just do with that one. Bagoosh. New factory up and running. With the exception of plugging in both of these belts. Let's just go uno, dos, de. Or should have been uno and dos, but then whatever. Where we go. That's all muscling its way in. We're going to need this conveyor belt connection over here if I can get to it. In all goes the car. Everything has been sharp edges except for this one. I'm not able to. There's... oh no, I was going to say I thought there was a connection missing. You're still stopping. Why are you stopping? What? There we go. That one should be Mark 2. That should... that one. We should be good from there out, although... oh, I see. I see. No issue, it's just... that looks odd. Okay. 60? 120? We should be good. The Should this be up about? Oh, it's only 120, isn't it? Yeah, that should be that one. I may have made a similar mistake over there then. Has that fixed up our slowing down issue? Looks like it may have. Interesting. But the other way to fix it is also just to throw the belts everywhere. You are correct. Ooh, I'm not stuck anymore. We're good. But yes, we have this coming in. Well, I'm gonna fix this guy's route up, but we're also gonna have to go empty him off as well, because he has a bunch of stuff that he really shouldn't. Do you want to know the easy way of working out that you have been taking too long to do stuff? When something that produces 4 modular frames a minute fills up an entire storage container, requires another one, and backs up your entire system over there. But despite that, that's going to be changing in the future, and I've, again, temporarily shut off both of the machines down the bottom. It's that AI smart splitter. Yeah, that kind of got backed up, because all of those got backed up because we're producing more than we use. So, problems. But anyway, we're here to do the concrete, which will require 6 of these machines, and I'm not sure if I want to put it here. If I do, I've got to move it out one more space block. I don't think I have enough room to do what I need to do. But I'm gonna try my best to do this in a bit of a montage. So I have no idea how well that turned out. Hopefully it turned out well. If not, you're just seeing the end product of it. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but slight change of placement of this bit in the end had to be over one further so I could reach this. But the sad news, we don't reach. How unfortunate. I may expand this out to add a storage thing onto it. Maybe. I need storage for this anyway, because we're producing more than we require. I reckon this is a cool little way of doing it. Get a better view of it over here. That entire road has been upgraded to Makata 3. Weird thing I have is, if I hover over things, like you get the configure stuff. Maybe that's the configure thing. Maybe I used to think that that had the label of what belt it was. Maybe you have to be like this, for whatever reason. I don't know. But there we go. That is the concrete. I just need to turn it on. And once again, in comes the, whatever this is called again, the limestone. I said it looked like it was chugging for a bit, but it's not. Cool, so I will let that do its thing. And I have actually brought out the wall over there, so now, yep, it can connect to any one of them. I had one on the, I was confused, I had one on the bottom, but no. This one will probably go here, if not maybe up. Actually, let's see, how tall can you go? Well, if that was level, that would probably be the one that it can go the highest to. Which because we're too long at that point. We'll see. I don't know, because I need to go up to that floor. I was about to say that I had the wrong floor, but no, because I want to use the floor below as the iron production once pretty much all of that is gone, or at least the things that I need to use. But up here, actually, I should grab that. because I won't be able to build one otherwise. But for now, this floor will have the manufacturer for the alternate heavy frames, but we also need to build up the encased industrial beams. And here begins the beginning of chaos. But ordered chaos nonetheless. That is not ideal as they clip a little bit, but for now, I will leave it. I could put it in the third one and put it around to the outside of this one here and then hook it up. But I don't know if that'll block anything, so we will wait for that. Anyways, we have those two. They are needed to build the thing. I also need to combine these two in two different machines. Well, two same machines of the assembler variety. And I think just for the time being, so we have things being made. I'm just gonna very scroungily add them together. Alright, so for the final thing we shall do today, we just need to hook up the power to these things. And you can go, we'll say there, why not? Hook those two together. And modular power can be dodgy. It's within the room. All of the concrete's going into the box, which is, I guess, I was gonna say about half full at this point. Whoop. And then we just gotta connect everything up. So, need a Mark II belt coming out of here, connecting into there. There is a Mark II belt that shall connect the stash of pipes in. This could be very interesting because there may or may not be those in here somewhere. Hoping not. They're moving down along. I'm not worried about getting super organized up here. So we just need 36 and 20 of these. So there's enough per line just using the 6. Is there? You are powered up, yes. Making sure. So see you. Good. Well, that'll start doing the thing in a moment. Now we just need to jump the gap, which I can make. I've done that a fair few times actually. And we just have to hook up a floor conveyor belt. I won't worry about this one being super straight at the moment, because it will not matter too much. Up over to there. And I should, oh, we just make that actually. And then, once we start seeing the things be made, out to come the 3 of you on one side, more than likely on the other as well. Now this is producing 12 a minute, so much like everything over here, it's going to be super overdone. That belt was the wrong direction. Make sure none of the others are. Come on down, you beautiful silver things. Look at them all. So, if it wasn't for these, this would be our bottleneck. What I mean, this is our bottleneck. But since we produce an extra 2 a minute, it doesn't really make a difference. And then, this is already configured. What do you need the most of? Steel pipes. Gonna connect this up in a really weird way. Nope, just the 4. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Look at all the beauties go in. They're all getting round out. That's a lot of things. We just need the 36 of pipes though. It's going to take technically about half a minute for those to fill up. And we will be producing the heavy modular frames. Now before this actually it's doing its thing, you know what? Nope. Just make a Mark II storage. Whack the belt in it. Did I? I almost made that perfectly. Almost. How close are we to building? We need a 60 more. Ah, damn. Actually, 7. That'll do. Oh, well, look in here. It's not very bright, unfortunately. Me jumping doesn't help the situation. One more steel beam. Wow, they are spread out. Can we see anything happening between the fancies? Not really. There is nothing in there. Not even anything going across the bottom of it. But it does take a full minute for that to happen. And with the time just about up, should have enough things in here. Ooh, so we still I need more steel pipes coming in. Fair enough. But there you go. It's a heavy modular frames. And with that, just over every minute I can now upgrade our power. I think one of these belts is a 4 somewhere then? Maybe? I know these ones are. They're meant to be carrying 60. I don't think this one's carrying enough. I found our culprits. The ones down the bottom here. Mark II that. Mark II that one. And that one as well. There we go. I'm going to do a quick check for the back chain of this to make sure none of the steel beams are in here. And I've got to be quick about this because there absolutely was a whole bunch of those up here. Damn. Wait. Nope. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite quick enough to save that completely. The issue is when you want to grab the one on the inside here. And you can't get it usually, so unfortunately I have to dismember a conveyor belt and plug it back in. Oh, we should be all good. I didn't get rid of that now. Luckily didn't end up not having any of those in here. But now we're good. So sitting here and watching it, we definitely have enough coming in now, which is lovely. And eventually, oh, I might die from this. I survived. I really expected to die. This is the... well, it's not the last one, because all of these ones are full of it too. But I have to keep an eye out on this. Backs up a fair way. They're only all little ones though. So keep an eye on that when that runs out. I haven't gone and finished here the tractor's pathway because this in time will go over there. Just not sure when. I don't need it yet. We have a surplus of backup here. But anyway guys, I think I'm going to leave it here for today. Didn't, again, kind of like last episode, didn't quite accomplish as much as I would have liked. But we now have the heavy modular frames, and we never had that automated before the whole shutdown of the factory. Floating things will float. I believe we have about, should have 12 now? 15. I wasn't expecting that. Didn't realize the time I'd taken to leave. Anyway, again, that's all for today. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to stick around. See you some more. Next time I might try instead to do a bit more of like a montage of getting things running up. Kind of like that or something. I don't know. It might be just like the end product, like, haha, we have this now. But I don't know. And then work our way to getting the computers. And we also need to do some exploring at some point to go find more of the broken down ships. But anyway, I shall leave it there. And I shall see you guys next time. But until then, bye.